Hey there. So it's me, Ashley, and I just wanted to thank you for tuning in and watching my makeup video. If you are new here, let me introduce myself. So my name is Ashley Scarborough, and I am a professional makeup artist. And I have loved makeup ever since I was a little girl. It's always been fun to play in, and even as a kid and now as an adult. So I like doing, I like watching makeup videos and tutorials. I like making videos and tutorials. I like doing my own makeup, and I like doing makeup on other people. So I have decided to make more videos and share my tips and tricks and techniques, what I know about makeup, share that with you. I'm a beauty influencer with Farmacy Products, which is a health and wellness and beauty company. It's a European company that was introduced to the United States in 2019, and I'm very excited and happy to be part of the Farmacy family. They have some really great products, not just makeup, skincare, health, wellness, clean, green. I mean, there's so much. I haven't even used it all. I've kind of just been trying out all their makeup and skincare, and I haven't really had the opportunity. They have hair care, nail care. I have used some of their hair products. I do like those, but there's so much. They have a men's line, a baby line. There's so much. You can check them out at farmacyus.com. It's FARMISIUS.com, and browse their catalog and see what they're all about. Anyways, I thought I would do a tutorial today about fall in love with this fall makeup. So if you like the fall season, which I do, is my favorite, then maybe you will enjoy this tutorial about falling in love with fall makeup. I'm ready for some cooler weather, you know, just having some cool weather and being able to enjoy the outdoors a little more. I love summertime. I love swimming and sitting by the pool and working on my tan and having a cocktail, but it has been brutally hot, and so I would like for it to cool down a little bit. Summer's pretty much ran its course with me, so I'm ready to have some cool weather. Of course, we will not have any cool weather though for a while still, but fall on the calendar is right around the corner next month, so I'm kind of getting ready for it. So I thought it'd be fun to do a fall makeover. I have already done my eyebrows, but I'm priming my face with this VFX Pro primer from Farmacy. It's camera ready. It's a perfecting makeup primer. It's really great. I love it. It's one of my products that I really like from them, because it's really good on your skin and it's very smoothing. I just like the way it feels on your skin, and it just creates a really nice base for all of your makeup. So when you are applying all of your foundation and your concealers and things, whatever you use on your face, it's going to create a foundation for that for all the rest of your makeup, and it's just going to be a really nice foundation. So you should use primer, just because it will help your makeup last longer throughout the day, and it will decrease your size. If you have large pores, it'll decrease the size of your pores. It'll make your makeup go on smoother, last longer, and look more like fresh and evened out. So it'll help even out like your skin tone and make your makeup look just very fresh and a nice background for that. So it's good to use a primer. I'm using concealer on my eyelids. You could use a eye primer, but I just use concealer because it works pretty much the same way. But whether you use a concealer or a primer, you always want to prime your eyelids, because again, just like priming your face, the primer for your eyelids is going to create a better look for your eye makeup. Your eye makeup will go on easier, it will last longer, it helps with creasing. So you always want to have a good either concealer or eye primer on your eyelids as well. So in this fall makeup look, I wanted to focus on some neutral fall-like colors. So when you think of fall, I think of like browns, oranges, coppers, a little bit of yellow, because that's when it hits the fall season, that's what colors we see outside. The leaves start turning those colors, and it's just so pretty, autumn and fall. So that's kind of the colors I thought I would focus on today with doing my fall makeup look. So I'm going to use this Living in Color makeup palette, and I thought I would use these, use these two browns, this copper color here, maybe a little orange, I'm not sure yet. We'll see where it takes us. And then I have this really pretty, this is a Pharmacy pigment, and it's called Pineapple. And so I thought I would use it for a little bit of yellow pop on my lids. So I'm going to start with building up my crease, and I'm going to take just kind of a brush here that's kind of flat but kind of pointed, and I think I'm going to start with this brown right here. So we're going to work that into the crease. And just kind of pack that into our crease, and then we will blend that out. So I take more of like a fluffy brush to, after I kind of pack it in there, to kind of just blend it out. You want to make sure that you blend any of your eye makeup, whether you blend it out, smoke it out, or you pack it in, or not pack it in, but blending it in with other colors after you've packed it in, because you don't want to have harsh eye makeup. So, and I'm not taking color clear up to my eyebrow. I never do that. The only time I put color up to my eyebrow is if I use like a very neutral color, which I do have a color that's I have been kind of using up on my eyebrow or my brow bone that I might put on, we'll see. But I never take full color up to my brow bone because it doesn't look natural. When you have color on your lid as it is, you just want to keep it below your brow bone, and you definitely want to stay away from glittery, frosty, harsh colors of taking up to your brow bone. It's just not a good practice. So the older I get, the more my face changes. You know, skin starts to sag and droop, and I'm getting more of a hooded eye, but also I get, like, when I notice sometimes when I'm doing my eye makeup, because I'm starting to get wrinkles and stuff, I have to kind of pull my skin back. Otherwise I'll have, like, when I'm doing like this, I get creases. So when you're blending out your eye makeup, you want to use either a windshield motion, which is back and forth, or you can use a circular motion where you circle in this way or you circle out. So either way is fine, the windshield or the circular motion, but either way it will help you blend in your color. But I have to, like I said, kind of pull my skin so that I don't have like creases, because if I just did it like that, I might get some creasing from the color, just because my skin is not as taut as it used to be when I was in my 20s. So that's how that happens. Anyways, okay, so we've got that color that we're going to kind of use as our background color and that we put into our crease. So next we want to kind of focus more on the lid part, closer to our eyeball. And I'm going to just use a little bit more concealer to kind of not do a complete cut crease, but kind of carve out a little bit. So I just put a little bit of concealer on my hand here, and I'm just going to kind of, I take a little, like a, it's kind of like a concealer brush. It's very flat and thin, and I'm just going to kind of carve out a little bit of a cut crease, not a big, huge one. Honestly, I have a hard time doing cut creases on my eyes because of my hooded eye. If I had better structure here, I could do a better cut crease. So cut creases are a little more difficult on my eyeball. Cut creases are done mostly on younger women who have good structure with their skin, good elasticity with their skin still. But cut creases are hard for hooded eyes. So if you have a hooded eye, it's going to be kind of hard to do a cut crease anyways. And there's certain techniques you can do just for hooded eyes that will make your eye makeup a little, look a little better if you have a hooded eye. So if that's something that you struggle with, you might do some research on how to do some looks for hooded eyes. So anyways, so I'm just kind of carving out a little bit, but like I said, this isn't going to look like a serious cut crease just because of the eye that I'm having to work with. Might be able to find a model at some point that I can use that I can demonstrate a cut crease on, someone that has like the right eye for it. But I do this because I'm going to use different color on the actual, this area of the eye, the eyelid. So I want to have like a cleaner palette, so to speak. Okay, so I've got that, and that's how that looks. Okay, so sometimes I play around with my lighting. Let's see here. I don't really care for that. That one might be okay. Not that. I have to play around with it and see what I like. I want it to be where you can see well. So, okay, so after I've done that, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to put a little bit of this copper, show it to you, this copper. I'm going to put it just in the center of my eyelid. So like right here. I just think that the coppers and the browns, oranges, golds, they're so pretty. So pretty for a fall look. So I'm just kind of lightly patting this in, because we are going to add some more color to this. So I'm just going to lightly pat this in here. We'll go back, and when we add in our other colors, we'll go back and blend. I wish that I had a thing. I'm still thinking, because I feel like I want to be able to talk when I do my makeup, but I wanted to talk about something that you're going to be interested in, and I haven't found my thing yet. So like, if you've ever watched, her name is Bailey Sarion, and she's a an excellent makeup artist, and she puts out videos and tutorials But her thing is makeup and murder. So like she will do these videos where she does her makeup, and she doesn't really talk much about the makeup itself. I mean, she'll comment on like certain things that she's using, but it's mostly about the story. So she has like done research where she's learned a story of like a real murderous or scandalous or some type of mystery type thing, and she'll tell you the entire story while she's doing her makeup. And so you learn like a little bit of, and it's true stuff. So it's like you're getting a little bit of history, like a history lesson. And it's interesting because some of the stories that she's told, like one of them happened in Oklahoma. So I was like, wow, I actually remember when that happened. Remember hearing about that. So anyways, she's really good. I know of people who have done poetry, but I am not a poetry type person. What I put on in the corner was this pineapple pigment from Pharmacy. It's just a pigment. It's actually, you can use it on your eyes, your nails, your lips. It's just a pigment that they have that they've actually discontinued, but I still like to use mine. So I just put it in the corners there to give a little bit of yellow pop of color. Now I'm going to go in with this, because we put the bronzy color in the middle. So now I'm going to go in with this little red looking color, and I'm going to put it on the edges. So after we kind of get all this color in, we'll go back and kind of blend it all in together so it looks natural and not just not harsh. Okay, so we're gonna put this color on like this. So anyways, I'm still trying to figure out what my what could be my thing, you know. Still trying to figure that out. So I'm blending this in so it doesn't look harsh, and it's this pretty kind of red burgundy color that I'm just kind of blending in on the corners here. Doesn't take much for that color on the corners. And then I'm gonna blend in the copper and the yellow together so it looks blended and not harsh. This is gonna be really pretty look. Okay, now I'm gonna take this orange and I'm just gonna kind of fill in above the, where my crease was. Just gonna kind of go above that like this. And then again, buff that out. So we just kind of we had that brown color and we just kind of put the orange on top of it. But when you buff it out, it makes for, you know, it transitions really well. So we've used like 4, 5 colors on our eyes, on my eyes here. But it looks very natural and pretty. So we have like this pretty yellow that goes into like an orangey copper, and then red, a red, pretty red color on the ends with a little bit of orange and brown towards the crease. And then I like to use, so when I was talking about not taking color all the way up to my brow bone, the only color I ever take up to my brow bone is a very light neutral color. And this is Pharmacy. It's a mono eyeshadow and it's number 10 Vanilla Diamond. So you can see it's almost like a highlighter, but it's the perfect shade basically to use on up to the brow bone. So I'm just gonna place that in up there like that. And it just gives a little bit of highlight to the brow bone, but it's not overwhelming. And then just kind of go back over that like that. Make sure that everything's blended in. Okay, so that's the only color I will ever put up to my brow bone. Then I think I'm gonna go back though with that red again and just kind of put it into this corner here. Sorry, y'all probably would like to see. So I'm just putting this red back into this corner and on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go back with the copper. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in. And I didn't put on any foundation. All I've done is prime because there's a lot of fallout from this makeup. So we can wipe that away and then be able to put on our foundation. Okay, so that kind of completes our eye. Well, it doesn't complete it, but we're gonna stop right there for a moment. I'm gonna kind of dust away this fallout. So now this is kind of where I start working on my face. And so I'll stop with my eyes for the moment and just kind of go into working on the rest of my face, and then I go back basically and touch up the rest of my eyes. So I'm going to start on my face. I've already primed it, but I'm going to use this CC cream, and it's Pharmacy Skin Protecting Balm CC cream, which is color control, and it is in the 04 medium to dark. I like to use CC cream, and then I go back with a little bit of foundation. But the reason I do this is because I have quite a bit of redness. So you want to start out with your product in the middle of your face. So like if that's where most of your redness is going to be. So like your nose and your cheek area, and then your you move out, okay? And I'm using a stippling brush. So one thing about foundation brushes, you can use a foundation brush which is more of a flatter, longer, bigger facial brush. You can use a stipple brush, which, let me show you a clean one. So this is a stipple brush, and it's got the brush is like stipply. You just tap or pat using a stipple brush. You pat it into your skin, or you can use a sponge, like a blending sponge, or beauty blender, to apply your foundation. You can use your hands if you want to. I don't recommend that because you have a lot of oil and dirt on your hands, and you're just transferring that into your face when you use your hands and your fingers. So be careful about applying your foundation like that. Now, the thing about using a foundation brush is that a lot of times you'll have streaks, and you want your foundation to be blended. So even if you do that, if you use a foundation brush or even a stipple brush too, sometimes if you use wiping movements, you might see brush streaks. You can always go back with a beauty blender and kind of tap all that out if you feel like you have like you need to blend it out. So using a beauty blender will do that. If you use the patting motion with the stipple brush like I'm using, it is going to keep, you're pretty much not going to have those brush strokes, so it blends in better. But a foundation brush is good. You just have to be careful with that. So that's why I like to use a stipple brush, and then I can still go back and pat down anything that looks not blended. Okay, so I use the CC cream because it covers up the redness on my face. I also use this Pharmacy, it is a luminous serum foundation, and the reason I like this stuff is because this And I don't have to use a whole lot of it after I have, if I'm using my CC cream. But the reason I like this is because it literally makes your skin look luminous, and it gives this very like flawless look. I get compliments all the time about my skin. People say, man, your skin is so pretty and so, you know, it just looks so natural. But I mean, it's the makeup, because, and they're not looking at pictures, they're looking at me in person and complimenting my skin because it looks, and I don't use any filters. When I take my pictures, like I'll post a picture of this completed look, there's no filters on it. I don't use filters. I use a good light ring, and I will take my picture usually in portrait mode, but I'm not filtering it in any way. So portrait mode, all it does is blur out the background, and the light ring gives you the good light that you need, because you want to have like natural light or a good light. So that's all it's doing. I'm not filtering it though. I'm not airbrushing it. But this Luminous Serum Foundation makes it almost look like it is airbrushed. I love that stuff. So next I'm going to conceal and contour. And I don't need concealer per se to conceal anything, because I feel like my CC cream and my foundation have given me that coverage that I want. But I use concealer for highlighting. So this is just a concealer stick, and this is Pharmacy, and I think this is like the ivory color, and I'm just going to put it under my eyes to highlight. So when you contour, you want to highlight certain areas, and you want to use the dark contour to add dimension into certain areas. So concealer is for highlighting, and then this is a contour stick, also from Pharmacy, is used to provide depth and dimension to your face. So I don't do a lot of contouring. I basically just hit the cheekbones and around the forehead, and then I'll go up under my lip right here, just because that gives dimension to your lip. And so I highlight, so you can see like these are the areas that light touches that you want to highlight. So I'm just gonna go in, and I'm gonna spritz my Beauty Blender with a little bit of water. You don't want your Beauty Blender to be dry. You want it to be kind of moist, because then it will blend out your product better. So I do that when I use a cream product, such as like this highlighter or this contour. They're creamy, so I want to use a little bit of moisture on my Beauty Blender to blend out the concealer, so that I have highlight. So you can already tell like the areas that I'm using this highlighter on, how they look a little lighter. So where the light hits and how they look lighter. Okay, now I'm gonna use a different one for my dark, and I'm just gonna, and I usually start right here and just kind of blend this up into my hairline. Just takes very smooth, light tapping. And I'm kind of looking in my phone as my mirror, but I actually like I have a full, or not full, but a bigger size mirror in front of me, and I feel like I can see better. So I'm gonna blend this out now on my cheekbones, and you wanna blend up, okay? Blend up. Okay. That looks good. So I've blended that. I'm blending under my lip here. Okay. Now, after you've got your face and your contouring done, you want to set your makeup on your face. It's a good idea to set. And I like to use, I use both of these. These are both Pharmacy also. And this is a face sculpting palette. So it has a very light color, a medium color, and then a darker color. So this you can use as part of your highlighting and contouring. And then I also like this one. It's Pharmacy, and it's called the Peach Bite palette. So it has a dark contouring color, and then it has this pretty peachy color that you can use for contouring or for like blush, and then it has highlighter in it. So I use a combination of all three of these, but I take the light color here, and so the colors on my face that I used light concealer on, those are the colors that I want to set with this light powder, if I can find the right brush. So I'm just gonna put on this light, and so I did that under my eyes. So I'm setting that down my nose, up here a little bit, kind of go in an upside down triangle, above my lip, and right here on my chin. So that's setting the light contouring that I did. Now I also like to take the middle shade that's a little bit lighter, okay, and set down my cheekbone or cheekbones, and kind of right through here. And then I take it up here to the top and down the sides and set those areas as well. Just like that. And make sure you kind of blend that in. So I have to kind of look in my other mirror up here so I just kind of want to blend all that in. Okay. And then I'm going to go over here to the Peach Bite palette, because this color is actually a darker contour color, and I like that for my cheekbones. So when I put that dark contour stick right there, I like that for my cheekbones. Okay, so, and I can really see like the dimension. Once I start using this darker color, I can really see the dimension of my contouring. Sometimes you get a little too much dimension, and you kind of have to just go through and just kind of buff that a little bit with a beauty blender, just to kind of blend that so that you don't have harsh lines and harsh color on your cheeks. Okay, so I'm going to actually use this peach color. It is Pharmacy, and it is number 9 Peach Blossom, and it's a pretty peach color, and I'm going to use that for my blush, and I'm just going to put it on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, so just to kind of give me a little bit of color on my cheeks. Very, not too much, but just a little bit. So I just recently got my hair colored and blonded up a lot. I've been blonde, brown, red. I haven't been black, but one of my wigs that I wear is a very, very dark brown, and people think it's black, and it's actually not. It's just really, really dark brown. It's a pretty rich dark brown, but I've never been actually black. I've colored my own hair red, auburn, brown, blonde, and then I have a couple wigs that are real pretty, the brown one. And anyways, I just got my own hair was a dark brown, and I in the process of getting it back blonde. I've been platinum before too, so I don't know if I'll go platinum again, but I am gonna get it back blonde. And my hair is a short pixie haircut, so when I feel like having long hair, I'll wear a wig. And I have two that are the dark one, and then a real pretty brownish caramely blonde, and they're both long. So when I feel like having long hair, I'll wear a wig. When I feel like having my short hair, I'll wear my hair. This is a highlight stick, and it's number 01, and it's Gold Flash, and it's from Pharmacy, and it's just a highlight stick. So I'm going to put it right up here because we want to highlight the areas that light sees. So you could even put a little bit above your brow line. Okay, so, and since this is a creamy stick, you can't just leave it like that. So I take a brush and I go back in and I just kind of buff that out. Otherwise you would just have a hard line of highlighter, and that's not gonna look good. So I just kind of buff that out like this. Make sure that you get them all. Okay, and then I did forget to kind of contour my nose. So I'm just gonna kind of take this dark contour and I'm just gonna kind of go right here. Just very lightly, okay? Don't need a whole lot. I'm just gonna contour that down my nose like that though. And you just always want to blend everything in. Okay, so that just kind of gives a little bit of dimension, adds a little bit of depth and dimension to my nose. But like I said, you don't want to contour harshly on your nose. And if you get too much, just kind of go back in with a lighter color if you need to, like I'm doing right now. And just kind of add that and buff that out. Okay, so this is pretty much all I will do to my actual face. I am going to set this though, and I'm using Pharmacy Makeup Time Locker. It's a setting spray. It's the best setting spray I've ever used because it keeps my makeup from running and sweating. Like even out in the heat, my makeup will still look good. It's not gonna all sweat off my face, and I like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in and finish up my eyes, which I'm gonna add in some eyeliner and mascara. And so I'm gonna use this brown, it's Pharmacy, and it's just the brown, but it's waterproof, and I have allergies bad. So I'm gonna put this brown up here on my eyelid. Just right on my eyelid. That yellow and that copper color looks so pretty blended in together. I just think they're so pretty. And then when it transitions into the red, I'm sorry, I keep putting the mirror up. When it transitions into the red, it just looks so pretty. So I'm gonna put this right on my waterline and right on the lash line. It's waterproof, so hopefully I have to use waterproof because my allergies are so bad. Even if I take a Benadryl, I still have to do waterproof eyeliners. Okay, so got the eyeliner on, and I'm gonna curl my eyelashes. So that was just a brown eyeliner. So I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on. This is Zen from Pharmacy, and I like it because it's really good about separating your lashes and not making them look clumpy. So I start off with it so that I can kind of really work those eyelashes and get them separated and lifted. And I feel like this is the perfect mascara brush to do that, because it's small and it's got a lot of little bristles. I also like to use this on my lower lashes just because, again, it's small and I can get my mascara on my lower lashes without making a huge mess of my face and getting mascara everywhere. I've been using, I wear falsies a lot, just because they can give you so much, they can add to your look so well and really draw attention to your eyes and make them pop. So I like to wear falsies a lot, but there's a price to pay with falsies. You have to be careful of taking them off because you can rip your eyelashes out. And I have done that. The more I wear them, the more, times I will lose some eyelashes. So I've been using this Pharmacy Lash and Brow Serum, and my eyelashes are really starting to grow back and fill in because they were pretty sparse. So they're really starting to take off again. And see, I got mascara on my face right here. So I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm actually gonna let that dry and sit, because once you let it dry, you can take a Q-tip and just flick it off. If I tried to take a Q-tip and take that off right after I did it, it would smear because it'd still be wet. So it would smear, and then I'd have this ruined. So as soon as that's dry, I can go back and get that with a Q-tip, and it will just flick right off, and it will be like it was never there. So that's one interesting little tip. If you get mascara on your face like that, just let it dry for a couple minutes or a few minutes, whatever, and then go back and it will come right off. I mean, what kind of, makeup artist would you be if you didn't get your mascara on your face? I mean, it happens all the time, and it's just makeup. It washes off. It's kind of like motorcycle riders. I used to hear the saying, if you haven't laid a bike down, you ain't been riding long enough. So it happens to even the people who've been riding motorcycles forever. They still lay bikes down. So yeah, it's like, so if you haven't gotten makeup on your face when you're doing it, it's just bound to happen. So I'm gonna let that dry for a minute, because I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna touch up my eyelashes with this 3D. So this is like just to kind of extend out and make my own eyelashes look a little bit bigger. I like to kind of top them off. But before I do that, while we're waiting, I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow pigment, and I'm just going to kind of put it right here in my tear duct, just to kind of add a little bit more color. So you like that? Okay. And then let me finish this off. And then I just gotta take care of that mascara on my face and lipstick. And then this look will be complete. Yeah, this 3D just kind of really adds more boldness to your eyeshadow, or your your mascara. Just gonna give you a little bit more definition, a little more dramatic look, darker, extend your lashes a little, so it's called 3D, to add to your look. And I could put some falsies on, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave that. Okay, so I'm gonna take a Q-tip and There, that's gone. So easy. I am going to go back and just kind of pat that right there like that. But man, if I had tried to do that right after that happened, I would have had black smear all over. So let it dry, because it almost is like it will flake off. And then you can remove it. So I'm going to use a orangey, rusty looking liner or lipstick, and I don't really have a good liner. I'm not sure if this one's a good one or not. Maybe, let's see, let's try this Cocoa. I'm just gonna kind of, it needs to be sharpened though. Just kind of lightly line my lips. Doesn't really matter that it's not the exact color of the lipstick. I just want to line my lips so that the lipstick doesn't run. Okay, so got those lined. Okay, and this is Pharmacy, it's a matte liquid lipstick. It's a proof lip paint, and it dries instantly, or well, not instantly, but within a couple seconds, within a few seconds, it dries, and then it's a matte look, and it actually is long wearing, so it will stay on. You can eat and drink through it, and it stays on and still looks good and fresh. I mean, maybe I reapply maybe like once during a 6 to 8 hour period, and I don't have to reapply completely. I just am basically touching it up because it's still on there. But I love this stuff. This is one of my most favorite things. This is one of my most favorite things from Pharmacy. And they have about 15 colors, or no, maybe 18. I don't know. And I have most all of them. I have a couple still on order. Okay, so this is number 12, and it's called Autumn Story, and I think it's just a really pretty orangey color. I have to really fix this spot because I have a scar, so sometimes it will make my lips look a little off, because I have a scar right here that kind of goes down into my lip. So, okay, so yes, look. These are all matte liquid lip paints from Pharmacy, like all of them. And I can't even fit them into my little bucket anymore because I'm getting so many. Okay, so I think this is pretty well finished. Let's see which lighting looks better. That's not it. Okay, so this kind of gives it more of a natural ambiance look. You can take it, you can see of course the lips stand out quite a bit. So let's see here. Looks a little different there with a different lighting. So I'm just kind of playing around with the light ring. Anyways, I think though we will wrap this up. So this was a fall in love with this fall makeup tutorial, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watched till the very end so you could see the final results. And so I am starting a YouTube channel, and I just need your help, ladies. So what I need y'all to do is This is going to be my debut video for my YouTube channel, and I need you to help me. I know you have been wonderful so far with your support of watching the videos, but I had some people talk me into doing a YouTube channel. So what I need y'all to do is I need you to like, and I need you to share, and I need you to subscribe. So click on that little bell thingy at the bottom where it subscribes. Even if you don't watch every video I do, or you watch it, you come back and watch it later, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just as long as you subscribe, that support will be tremendous for me. I also need you to like it and share it, because if you can share with your other friends, then hopefully they will also like, share, and subscribe. I want to get a lot of subscribers, I want to get a lot of shares, and I want to get a lot of likes so that I become famous. Just kidding, I don't care. But no, seriously, I do appreciate your support in watching. So just remember, like, share, and subscribe. I do appreciate that. And I think that we will call this a good one. And it'll also be posted on my Facebook group page, Glamour and Gloss, and I will post an after picture. And I really appreciate y'all again, and just I hope you have a wonderful day, a good day. I don't know when you'll watch this, but right now it is Sunday morning, so I hope you have a good Sunday afternoon. I hope you have had a good weekend and you're ready for your new week to start. And I guess I'll be seeing you later. Till next time. Bye.